So if you guys haven't seen this, you're gonna want to. And forgive my weird little eye over here. I got randomly got pink eye from my contacts, so I don't know how that happened. Anyway, look at this video.
Did you spell?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
You have a better.
You're offensive. Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. Yeah, you just said we have to leave.
No, I said.
You're making the
You
space
said it makes me feel
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No.
No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
This is insane.
So anyways, this is the violence that ASU does, and this is the type of people that they protect, okay? This white man thinks he can take up our space, and this is why we need a multicultural space, because they think they can get away with this shit.
I'm gonna sit here the whole time and you can find somebody to kick me out.
That's cool. We
We're
will.
not kicking you out. We're asking you to leave if you have any consideration for people of color and our marginalization.
So clearly
Room
don't.
that I can go?
Yeah, the whole rest of the campus, the second floor, the first floor, the whole MU, every single part of the campus centers you. This is the only space that you're not centered, and you're still trying to center yourself, which is peak white cis male bullshit.
Dude, I'm not racist. I'm just studying.
Oh, you're not.
You are racist. Your sticker is racist because police, that's a job. You can choose to be a police. I don't choose to be black. Okay? No, you can choose to be a cop. You can choose to kill people with a badge, and you're protecting that which means that you're racist.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to defend you guys. Or anything.
I know, but this offends us automatically because these people kill people like me and like us, right? So you're promoting our murderers. So please just don't do that.
Sticker affecting you negatively. They're just trying to do your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
So why should that bother you?
Because, do you understand that Police Lives Matter was in response to Black Lives Matter?
I pay the same tuition as you.
Yep.
Hold on, but
Yeah, that's
But
fine,
you get
and you
more
have
privilege.
everywhere. You have.
I'm working 60 hours a week while going to school because my parents don't just give me money.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You have the second floor.
It doesn't matter. Or you. I don't care about what color your skin is.
You can get out of here if you're going to be yelling at people because they're
This
fighting.
is our space.
This is our space.
I don't
We
care.
make this space. We have to work for 5 years
Yes,
to
we
make this
did.
space.
We worked for 5 years for ASU to build a multicultural
Yeah,
space.
this
You're
was
coming in
the-
with, like white supremacist
Dude,
like
we're just
narratives
quiet.
We're not
about like
white
police
supremacists.
lives.
But
Police
that's a
lives
fucking
matter is
sticker.
saying
That's not white supremacy.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's affiliated with white nationalists.
It is.
They're just
It is
sitting here
affiliated
to
to a lot of-
study, and
it
you
is.
guys went out of your way to inconvenience.
Yes.
Because this
No.
is
Yeah, because this is our space. We fought for this for 5 years, since 2016. You have no idea about the labor that was created to create this space and his.
They're not here to cause
So we're saying you're
No, we can't. You're violent, dude.
You don't
Yeah.
have that fucking
America's
sticker.
about- it's
We're
supposed to
saying
be
you're
about-
making.
Yeah, America, bro. America was created on genocide and slavery. Look at his face. Obviously, never.
That is the point. That is old.
Yeah, and the point is that studying. This is not a space just for studying. This is a space for
We're gonna
multiculturalism.
kill black people.
I
We
thought
need to
we weren't gonna
defund
yell
and
anymore.
defest in
You're
our
gonna kick us out for yelling. You guys are
So no, now we're saying.
Shut the
So you're not getting homework done. You're not getting homework done.
You guys are gonna be so
We're not getting homework done. You're
so
making
I
people
was
feel
doing
uncomfortable. So can you go? It's just that
is
simple.
crazy to me.
People are feeling
seems
uncomfortable
racist.
by your
Where
sticker.
you at?
Just like if I had a
You guys are racist.
this is like
Okay, we're
I
racist.
hate white people thing on. That's the
Hey,
same thing as
point the
this
camera over
police
here.
lives matter. So you're
Point the camera
making
over
people uncomfortable. You can go.
Seriously,
I was just studying. I pay the same tuition as you.
And
This
I
is
asked
this
you
white
to
man
write
telling
me.
black people
I don't buy this building.
cussing out
I
black people.
work.
You just proved
I'm an
yourself.
official employee.
I don't care where you work for. You can't kick us out of here.
I just told you to shut the because you're making me feel unsafe in this space.
There's no such white people. There's no such thing as reverse racism. So have fun thinking that we are the racist ones. There's no such thing.
He says he's not white. He doesn't have to. Just the white.
That's
people.
David, help
No,
me.
we're not saying white people have to leave.
We never said white people need to
No,
go
we said-
anywhere.
hey,
We said
Let's go to the dean's office. Come on.
You bullied us out, but
we said no, uncomfortable, and you caused the scene. You caused the scene.
So you guys saw the video, right? Guy has a sticker on his laptop. It offends some people. They get mad, make a fuss about it, make a scene about it. In short term, kick this man out of the library. What's more bothersome than anything is the ignorance that overflows through this video. right? The ignorance that is so abundant in this video should be maddening to people. Why? For one, it's almost, and I don't want to say segregation, I really don't, but it's almost segregation, right? You have a space where certain people are not wanted or not allowed, based on the definitions of what that space is. And the definitions of what that space is, according to them, was multicultural, or I think that was the term they used. Now, I've always said this, ignorance is okay, right? Because we're all ignorant to something. It just means that we don't know it, we're unaware, right? So me being ignorant to something doesn't make me stupid, or doesn't make me divisive, it doesn't make me evil, doesn't make me a bad person. It just means I don't know. I'm ignorant to it, right? Ignorance in itself is not necessarily a bad term. When does ignorance become a problem? Well, ignorance becomes a problem when you refuse to learn or refuse to take corrective action against your ignorance. And in addition to, you spew your ignorance out as though it were fact. We call that stupidity in short terms. So she goes on to say that, well, this is a cultural space. And the guy says, well, I think he says something to the effect, well, white people can't have culture or something like that. And she says, well, no, white people can't have culture. What? Let's make some clear points here. Culture is not solely defined on the color of your skin, right? You do know that culture is defined on many factors, right? Your geographical location. It can, yes, be defined by your skin color in a specific geographical location, and meaning that, yeah, if you go to a place that's predominantly white or predominantly black, and they have a certain culture that they abide by, whether it's, Southerners, or you go to a certain continents or countries, and those specific areas of geographical locations have a predominant persons of color, or persons who are white, or what have you. Yes, that can be a factor in it, but a person who's white can have culture, just like a person who's black can have culture. So you mean to tell me that if I grew up in, let's say, a southern part of Maryland, or a southern part of Washington, D.C. or Virginia, right? And in that specific part, or in that specific geographical location, they have a certain culture to them, a certain icon. They do things a certain way. They cook their food a certain way. That's part of culture, by the way, because we know that they didn't know that. They cook their food a certain way. They dance a certain way. They do a certain thing. I'm white and they're black. So you mean to tell me that they wouldn't have culture, but I would, even though we grew up in the same area, we grew up in the same neighborhood, we grew up, in the same geographical location, and we are, throughout our lives, we are living the same way, we're doing the same things, we're holding that tradition, cooking the same food the same way. That is what embodies culture anyway. But somehow their skin color makes them not cultural. Pure ignorance. And I think ignorance will be the destruction of many things in America, because in today's time, we have this generation who piggybacked off, some terrible instances that happened in America, and they're using that to run with it. You have the cancel culture, you have this reverse racism going on, you have, just as we've seen, and the thing that, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Reverse racism, right? What's reverse racism? Well, there's no such actual thing as reverse racism, right? Racism is just plain racism. And what I mean when I said reverse racism is that the way it's being utilized, right? They're trying to say, well, you were racist at one point, so now I'm going to reverse it on you and be racist, and somehow it's going to be okay. No, it's this whole notion that certain people can't be racist is false. Racism is a simple prejudice against a person based on their color, skin, or religion. So it's just crazy, guys. If you guys watch the video, you will see it. It's absolutely nuts. I've never seen anything more baffling in my life. So I thought the video was going to end, but evidently there's some more information that you guys probably might want to be aware of. So the college PR, I guess, released a statement saying that they're aware of the disagreement that happened. Okay, yeah, sure, it is a disagreement, but it's a lot more than just a disagreement. Within the confines of that video and the information that was disseminated between those students, it's a lot more than a disagreement. It should be taken serious, much more serious than a simple disagreement. A disagreement is, I don't like you, you don't like me, or you cut me off in line. I'm going to fight you about it. We're going to argue about it and cause a scene. That's a disagreement. But antagonizing or being antagonistic and approaching students who are clearly studying, not doing anything, minding their own business, no, that's more than a disagreement. It may have started off as a disagreement, but it ended with those students being almost forced to leave. Actually, they did leave. So, in lieu of the initial disagreement, yeah, you need to look a little deeper into that video, guys.